Clarence, how could I forget you? Hey Greg, check this out. Save your straws, okay? Here's what you do with them. You take your straw and you shove it up someone's butt, then they won't be able to save up all their farts all day and let them out in your face in 4th period math class. Radiant Historia is a JRPG from Atlas that was originally developed for Nintendo DS, then it was remade for 3DS, including completely remade art assets and full voice acting. It's got this really cool mechanic where you can go back in the story's timeline to any major decision you've made, and that allows you to replay things a different way to see what would have happened. Maybe you've seen it in one of those top 10 game lists and you want to give it a try, or maybe you're feeling a bit nostalgic, or maybe you're being held hostage and all they have to keep you busy is this game. So which version is best to play? On the original DS, the game looks, it's fine, but it suffers from the really low resolution of the DS screens, and there's also no voice acting. If you can only emulate the DS version, it's still worth playing, but you're missing out on a few things. So what about the pseudo remake on 3DS? That's not bad, but we're still getting really low resolution text and art assets. The 3D rendered backgrounds also suffer a bit from the low render resolution. I think we can do better. The first link in the description goes to this HD texture pack by Sirbags. Thanks, Sirbags. Once that's done downloading, in Azahar, right-click the game, then open, then custom texture location, and unpack the contents of that file here. Back on the mod page, there's also an HD fonts pack here by Mike Wando. Thanks, Mike Wando. The original AI upscaled fonts on the left here are okay, but if you'd prefer to have the HD font on the right, you can download this font pack and unpack it into the fonts folder in the same place. Just make sure to select replace files when it asks. Finally, in Azahar, hit emulation, configure, then graphics. On the enhancements tab, we just need to make sure use custom textures is checked, and I've got a 4x native internal resolution set here. On advanced, make sure OpenGL is set here, and we're done. Now onto the monkey shots.
The sand engulfed everything.
This game has some 3D rendered backgrounds with pixel art characters running on top, so it looks similar to those 2D HD games from Square Enix. The combat is turn-based, but it's laid out on a grid which allows you to push enemies around and chain attacks on top of them, which adds some tactical strategy on top. And this isn't a simple time travel story either. There are multiple parallel timelines which you can travel between and revisit key decisions you've made to see how things could have played out differently. And the best part is, skills that you pick up in events that occur in one timeline can open up new paths in the others, so you end up jumping back and forth to get the end result you want. The story is really deep and mature, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The game is set in a war-torn continent with a looming famine and extinction if you fail. What was I supposed to say here? I lost my train of thought. Give me a second. Oh yeah. You play the role of an intelligence officer, so there's plenty of plot twists involved. This game is one of those hidden gems that deserves a little polish, but until Atlas releases a remaster, this is the best we can do, and honestly the end results aren't bad at all. It was originally developed for the DS, so it runs really well on anything that can run a 3DS emulator. As far as the second screen goes, you will need to swap screens occasionally, but it's really rare. When you're running around the world, it shows a mini-map. During battle, it shows a turn order, and it shows some stats when you're shopping. But it's pretty rare when it's necessary, so you can keep it on the top screen almost all the time. Well, that's everything for today. If you've never played Radiant Historia before, give it a shot. It has some of the best music in any video game, the story is top-notch, it's fully voice-acted, and now the art can match with this texture pack installed. Shout out to Greg, my editor. If you want to see any old games get the UDE treatment, leave them in the comments below. And subscribe if you'd like to see more. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm giving Clarence some Red Bull, so tell your cousin.